So this technique is really more than just this small technique. It's a part of something, a much bigger practice, something that you would incorporate into your daily life and ultimately do all of the time, and that is mindfulness. But this particular little mindfulness practice is what you could call a Zen tea ceremony. At least that's how I came across this practice initially. I was practicing at a zendo, or I guess you could call it a Zen temple. And I was introduced to what they called a Zen tea ceremony. And it was just such a wonderful, simple practice that I thought many people could really benefit from this, but not everyone decides to visit or has access to a local zendo. So we'll just jump right into it, and it's extremely simple. All you need is your favorite cup of tea or hot beverage. Now, I don't really recommend anything with caffeine, as people who suffer from anxiety should really avoid caffeine if you can. And of course, all actual tea does have caffeine in it, but there are many wonderful herbs out there, relaxing herbs that you can make into tea, such as chamomile or lemon balm or skullcap. And there are also beverages that aren't relaxing or stimulating and just a normal hot beverage, such as roasted grain beverages or honey water, or you pick your favorite warm beverage. You could even do this with hot cocoa. But instead of grabbing a hot beverage, drinking it while we're doing something, getting something done, or watching videos, we're going to make the act of drinking this hot beverage the center of our practice, the center of all of our focus for the time that we're drinking this hot beverage, this tea. So it's very simple. Prepare yourself a cup of hot beverage and place all of your awareness on this cup. If it's too hot to take a sip of, wait, and hopefully it's at least cool enough to comfortably hold. Feel the heat of this beverage in your hands. What does it feel like? Really notice it. Feel that comfortable warmth of that beverage. Take a moment to appreciate that without really commenting or thinking too far into it. Appreciate that warmth. Smell the beverage. Be fully present while you're experiencing the smell of that beverage. What does it smell like? Again, you don't have to think too far into it or comment internally. Just really pay attention. Be present. Be here. And know that all you have to do for this time, your only responsibility, is just to drink this cup of tea. Experience this cup of tea. When it's cool enough to sip, again, while not really doing any thinking, and that's harder done, or easier said than done, but with as little thinking as possible and just trying to pay attention to this simple cup of tea, just begin to sip your tea. Be fully present for every part of the experience. When the warm liquid hits the front of your lips, enters your mouth, as you swallow, as you experience the taste, the sensation of the tea traveling down toward your stomach. Experience all of that fully and presently. And it's amazing what choosing to simply be fully present and experience something in this manner, it's amazing how it can really change the experience. Whereas before, you were simply drinking a cup of tea, now you're really having a true and peaceful experience. And it's just something as simple as drinking a cup of tea. Be mindful. Drink your cup of tea. And don't do anything else but drink this cup of tea. When you're done, set it aside And bring with you for the rest of the day, at least in the background, that mindfulness, that awareness, and whatever you're doing. And know that it doesn't just have to be a cup of tea, but it can be anything you're doing. You can be fully here, present, and mindful of what you're doing. And you'll experience more peace and relaxation, hopefully just from something as simple as drinking a cup of tea. Thank you for watching, and feel more peaceful.